The product images you see on this store were generated 100% with ChatGPT, and they're currently bringing me in over $1,000 net profit every single day. So in this video, I'm revealing exactly how I create these photos, the specific ChatGPT prompts I'm using, and the top 10 product images that every single store needs. When you first import a product from AliExpress, your website looks like every other dropshipper. You're using the same stolen images. You have the same exact thumbnails, so when a customer lands on your store, they bounce because it doesn't look real and it doesn't look trustworthy either. So that is why having branded product images matters more than anything else when it comes to conversions. So the first type of photo is a product showcase image. This is going to be the first photo the customer sees when they land on our store. So it's important we have the product clearly visual with a nice branded background. And the competition selling this product was using the same exact photos as each other, meaning they were all basically duplicates. So to get a custom background, I uploaded the photo all the competition had into ChatGPT. You literally just drag and drop it and you can upload it. And I said replace background, the most simple prompt ever. And at first, ChatGPT basically made me the same image. So I was like, hey, let's not do any green. Let's change it up a bit. And it made us this image here. Already light years better than the competition, but we can improve it further. So I uploaded the photo back into ChatGPT and I said, let's get a text section with the main benefit and also slap on a 30-day money back guarantee badge. And ChatGPT, it's not always going to be the best. Like, it made this piece of crap. So a little bit of a facepalm here, like this is garbage. So we asked it a second time. This time I was more clear. We want the same background, but I just want some text incorporated on this. And then it added this one, clear, brighter skin, highlights the main benefit, which is good, but another problem arises. This 30-day money back guarantee badge was ugly, like it looks like ass. So a nice middle ground, we had it remove the money back guarantee badge and we were left with this. And our store looks pretty damn credible, and I was able to add this 30-day money back guarantee badge in Photoshop or Canva, so I just slapped that on afterward. But overall, like, this is way better than the competition. And I'll show you a second example of a showcase image. So here we have this Get Dreamy toning whip, and this image is like 10 out of 10. It's flawless. And I originally started by just posting the competitor's main photo inside of ChatGPT. So pro tip for you guys, if you see a photo you really like, similar to copying a friend's homework, you just need to tweak it ever so slightly and you can have your own version. So the main takeaways is I asked it to remove the free gift with purchase because I didn't have the same offer as the competitor. I then wanted the product to be centered on a platform, and you can see it did that in the bottom one. And instead of the 3 icons on the right side, I wanted it to move the icons underneath. But this image, it was lackluster, just wasn't enough. Within a few iterations, we were able to put our own twist on this product, where we revamped the text up top, we have the product on a platform, we have the social proof and benefits arranged a bit differently, and this looks incredible on our store. Like, this is the first impression the customer sees, which just helps build a ton of trust. Now, the second image we're gonna cover is a benefits-based image, and we're gonna cover 2 examples for this one as well. So on the same turmeric soap prompt as before, I just said, can you add 3 icons with benefit on the bottom lower third of the image? So I wanted 3 icons with benefits on the bottom third of the image. And it made this here, which is definitely a great start. But a pro tip for you guys, so please do write this one down. You always want your images to be a 1-to-1 ratio. What that means is the image is a square, whereas this image here is not 1-to-1. It's a vertical rectangle, and it throws off all the spacing on your website. And another pro tip, do not use Asian or Chinese models on your website. Often the customer will think it's shipping from China and the product will be cheap. So try to use American looking people at the very least. So please trust, only upload 1-to-1 ratios. And you'll also see I'm not giving it a ton of direction. I just ask it for the most vague idea. Add some benefits here and it does it. So you just need to have like the slightest hint of what you're trying to create, and ChatGPT will do the hard work. And we have another benefits image right here, this time for the nail growth pen. So I want to show you how I put this one together too, because again, very straightforward. This time I started off by uploading the competitors' photos into ChatGPT. So these were 5 photos from the competitor and I asked it to create me an image showing the product itself. I wanted long nails, meaning the benefit of the product was shown in the image. And then I asked it to create 3 benefit icons with text, do a 1-to-1 ratio so it's a square, big takeaway, and then to do a pinkish background. And it created this for us. I didn't tell ChatGPT which icons to use. I didn't tell it which text to use. I'm just giving it full creative freedom to do its thing and to make my life easy. So please don't overthink this. Now the next image is a how to use image. And this is going to be how to use your product in 3 simple steps. So we're going to cover the turmeric soap and the nail pen, how we put this image together. And I can't believe the prompts are this simple. I just said, wow, in response to the previous image it made. And then I asked for a step 1, 2, 3, how to use image. That was it. So again, if you just have the slightest indicator of what you're trying to achieve, ChatGPT will do the rest. And it's not perfect. There is a typo here, like they misspelled step, but a lot of nerds, they're like, I want you to make me a step 1, 2, 3 image that is split evenly in thirds, have image 1 of a black lady rubbing the soap in her hand, image 2 of her rubbing it on her face, image 3 of her patting her skin with a towel. And it's like, dude, you don't need to overthink that much. Just tell it the most vague reference of what you're aiming for and it'll do it. So here's it again for the nail pen. I asked it to create a step 1, 2, 3 image and we ran into some issues here. Like the step 1, it didn't even have a step 1. It was just the product. So again, it's not always going to be perfect the first iteration. Sometimes you got to go back and forth. So I told it that. I said, listen, we need text for each image here and split it into 3. But this time it started making an image that wasn't a square. It wasn't a 1-to-1 ratio. So I cut it off early. And after a few iterations, we were able to get to this point here. Again, sometimes you may got to go back and forth a bit, but usually you can keep your prompt super broad and it's going to give you like an amazing photo. And that's exactly what we did for the 4th image type and ingredients image, where we show what's inside of the product. For the turmeric soap, I just said, wow, amazing. Can I get an ingredients image too? I didn't even tell it what was in the soap, which is a flaw on my end. It would be smart to tell it the ingredients in your product, but nonetheless, come on, it made it just like that. And it's pretty damn good. Like, bro, this is incredible. And to show you another example of an ingredients photo, here we have the Dreamy Toning Whip, where we just uploaded the competitor's photo with their ingredients and we had it update the font. It changed the orientation of the product, updated the emojis a bit. But one tip, I would not copy the text 1 for 1. I think it did that in this example here, but please do try to be aware of that. This is like using the competitor's photos for inspiration. It's your friend's homework, but then it's up to you to make it like 20% different. That way it's not obvious you're repurposing content. Now, image type number 5 is the social proof image. So this has 5 stars, has a review, and there's a little compilation edit. Like this kicks ass. And we made it the same way. I just said, can I get a social proof image next, please? And it made this. It didn't even leave the product in there. So I was like, bro, come on, you can do better than that. I said, this is a good start, but I want to see a person/nails in the background, not a solid background color, maybe even do a compilation image with multiple people, results, and skin tones in there. And it made this image, which again was just, it's banger. It's already good as it is. And I have a little bonus for you guys too, because this next prompt was just too perfect. So consider this an add-on, but I was really into it. But I said, banger, can I get a dope ass image that you think would be fire in my description? I'm talking like a literal Gen Z millennial here. Absolutely crazy. I said, you can do benefits, features, social proof, whatever you want to add. I trust you, GPT. And it made this image right here. I most likely could not have created this on my own if I tried. So the bonus here is just get creative with it. Maybe just let ChatGPT do its thing every now and then, and you might be surprised with the images it actually makes. This is 10 out of 10. Now, this next image here are results. So like 96% said that, 95% said that. So to start, I took the competitor's photo, threw that into ChatGPT, and I asked it to update the font to Poppins. So that's another hack you can implement. You can literally tell it the exact font you want. But the issue here is, 1, it copied the text exactly. So please don't plagiarize, switch it up a bit. But number 2, it wasn't the proper aspect ratio. It was vertical where we needed a square. So we went back to the drawing board, and to make it a little different as well, instead of doing a creamy white background, we went to a purple background instead. Remember, we're using what is available for inspiration and then having ChatGPT just to tweak it a bit so our store stands out from the rest. Image type number 7 is a features image, and this is very similar to the benefits one. However, understand, benefits is what the product will do for them, so the end outcome, where a feature is a characteristic, it's a describing word for the product itself. And you guys should already be aware, the prompt is not complicated. I threw in the original image that we copied earlier on, and I said, can I get a feature-based image with 5 green check marks incorporated? So that was it. I just asked it, here's the features, let me get 5 green check marks. You don't need green check marks here. You can do icons instead and have ChatGPT fill that in. You don't need 5 specifically. You can have it just do its thing. But for this example, 5 green check marks, boom, all done. Now, number 8 is the classic before and after, just showing the results of your product from when they first get started versus after they achieve the benefit, where it's literally the same thing. I asked ChatGPT, can I see how a before and after of using this product may work? And it created me this here. Pretty good. And for the nail pen product, it's the same thing. Can I see how a before after of this product may look? Now, one takeaway though, you want to be careful because the skin in the AI photos is often way too smooth and it looks a bit fake. And customers can see that. They'll be like, this skin way too perfect here. So before and afters, yes, you can use ChatGPT to make those. But what I would recommend is find a legitimate before and after, either from Amazon, AliExpress, or a competitor. Upload that into ChatGPT then, and then just have it change the layout or the overall design, but to still use the real photos. Because if you have an AI model in the before after, sometimes like it just looks a little off. Whereas if you have authentic before afters, it'll help build some more trust and look a little more credible. So number 9, we have testimonial images. So check out KDB here, check out Sarah here, and check out Emily, even though it's a dude. We have people holding the product essentially. So testimonial images, we can have people hold the product. And this originally started, I just asked to have a person holding it with a 1-sentence quote in 5-star review. And it made me this image here, which is also a type of testimonial photo you can add. But to optimize it a bit, we removed the text and then I asked them to make it look selfie style, like they just took it from their phone. That way it's not as polished up. And in the background looks a little more natural. And then I got this girl, I said, amazing, now let's get a white girl with straight hair and glasses. Just trying to get some diversity. I even had it make this flamboyant guy. I was just having fun at this point. And the final image, number 10, is a what's inside type photo. So I had this photo from the competitor for this makeup brush product where it had a white background, had a boring gray box. So we just had it revamp it, make a what's included image. And I wanted them to remove these brushes because the brushes don't actually come with the product. And we were able to narrow it down to this. So the final type of image is a what's included where you showcase what's inside. So that's exactly how I'm using AI product photos to help generate 1K profit per day. But let's keep it real. Images are just one piece of the puzzle. You also need a good product, a good offer, and good ads. Those all carry a ton of weight. The AI product photos, those just help boost some trust and conversions. And the AI photos are just one tool out of many because we're also using an AI store builder. We have AI influencers and AI scripts to bring this whole system together. And if you're doing this journey solo on your own, it's gonna take you months of trial and error to get that first winner. And I know that because my first year dropshipping, I spent over $10,000 testing over 50 products just trying to figure this out. So that's exactly why I've put together my one-on-one mentorship to help people like my younger self shortcut that learning curve and find success. So I'll be there to help you find that winning product, to review your store, and to help you manage the ads every day of the week. So if you're ready to skip the guessing and actually win, then click the link below. That'll take you to a short application where you'll be able to book a call with either me or one of my top coaches. And if we're confident that we can help you smash your goals, we'll offer you a spot inside to the one-on-one program. So again, click below to work directly with me. That way we can turn your e-com goals into a reality. And if you made it to the end today, reminder to subscribe. We post content like this every single week. And on the screen now are 2 videos you'll enjoy. Check them out and I'll see you there.